really, really happy that I got to touch on one of the most important themes to me, which is body positivity, sex positivity, inclusion, to say that I want this trans actor, or we must have more non-binary people in and behind the camera. And then Netflix be like, you're absolutely right, let's go, is amazing.
I'm Jared Alexander from The Grio. I'm so happy to get to meet you. I know you've done stuff with us before, but it's my first time talking to you. So first off, how you doing?
Girl, I'm overwhelmed. It is, we are, who is like, my show drops on the day that we also are going on strike. And the two guilds that I am in, the two unions that I'm in are both on strike. And so I feel bigger picture, so lucky that I could talk about my show. It gets released in the wild. I'm so proud of it. But also just like, now that I know how the sausage is properly made, being in a writer's room and heading a show, I'm like, okay, this is what it is. This is what needs to happen. We need change as things are evolving and people are getting richer and we have to work more jobs for basic needs. So that's how I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think you have that unique perspective, right, of being an actor and a writer. So you definitely see, like you said, how the sausage is made, how both of those things come together. Talk to me a little bit about, of course, and you just made some comments just about, the state of the landscape of the industry right now, but then also just how this unique opportunity was kind of able to show you both sides of that.
Yeah, it's the good with the bad, and I think it always will be. I think that's is just what it is. When I wrote my book and released it, I was in competition with COVID and one of the most important elections of our lives. And now it feels like I'm in competition with capitalism. So like, y'all figure it out. But, things are shifting and it's never linear, right? Like, though the Supreme Court is wilding the out and stripping human rights for every type of minority, I'm so thankful that I get to work with a platform like Netflix, who is so open-minded and has license to do edgier, brighter, bigger, bolder things. And so, I'm really, really happy that I got to touch on one of the most important themes to me, which is body positivity, sex positivity, inclusion, to say that I want this trans actor, or we must have more non-binary people in and behind the camera. And then Netflix be like, you're absolutely right, let's go, is amazing, because I wouldn't be able to do that before. But now that I see that we are just paying more money for things and not seeing the benefits, like, having, and I'm not just saying this is Netflix, this is everywhere, right? Like having the writers for 16 weeks instead of 20 because of budget. After the first week, my brain was broke. I was like, how are we supposed to do this? This is like an episode of The Amazing Race, but with my stories. To say that we can't have the writers, we can't fly writers out for them to be on set while we film their episode that they wrote because of budget is insane. To cut writers and expect AI to understand what it's like to be a plus size Black woman from New Jersey living her life and having queer friends in New York City, to figure out how AI going to do that. That's insane. To figure out how AI is going to capture what it's like to be a Black trans performer. I mean, come on now, that's just ridiculous. And so I just feel like there are bigger conversations that need to be had. And one of them is, how do we protect art and culture, and also take care of people? Like, why do you have to work 3 jobs just to have health insurance? That's insane. Anyways, I feel like I answered your question, but I don't remember.
No, you definitely did. And I think that is important. Of course, we're all out here, like you said, trying to be artists and trying to tell our stories. And there are a lot, I know, that are ahead of you guys in the union. And we, of course, want the best outcome for you guys.
Yes!